Hi, welcome to Orange Flavour Sessions with Lunga Mk, the Conversation Catalyst podcast. This is a feel-good space where I share my points of view on life, faith, wisdom, and social problems through raw but yet lighthearted conversations engulfed with a lot of lived experiences and laughter. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys! Hey! Welcome to yet another amazing, exponentially grabazagazagaka. To another amazingly graceful, beautiful episode session of Orange Flavour Sessions with me, your girl, your host, Lunga Mk. Yo! Oh my gosh, guys, welcome. Welcome to Orange Flavour Sessions with Lunga Mk, your very own conversation catalyst. Guys, it's been, and yes, who's counting? It's what? It's been a minute, okay? It's been a lot, okay? I need to. Holy water, by the way. It's been a moment, people. I am so excited. I am so happy to be here right now in this moment, in this place, doing this with you guys, my people. Wow, God is good, God is faithful, God is kind, God is love. Do you get it? Do you see it? This is only like God is grace. This is it. Welcome. I don't even know what to say, actually. I don't even know what to say because it's been such a long time. And I know people are wondering, where have you been? Why haven't you been posting? Why haven't you been doing content? Girl, you were just starting and you just wrapped us. You know what? This is my second take, actually. And I was saying in the first one, I was explaining how I don't really have a specific reason to pinpoint why I left the crew. But I know that I will use the fact that I'll use my personal life, work, and such things as an excuse. And it is just really that's an excuse. I just got nervous, I got scared, and I just allowed fear to creep into my mind, and I just left. I left the space without even saying peace out. I know the last episode I posted was a thingy, an audio podcast of I was probably at a guild event, and yeah, it was music and it wasn't the best quality, and I know I just left the space. And I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And I'm not laughing out of disrespect. I'm laughing at the fact that I can't really pinpoint why I just left this space, but I did. And you know what? Life happens. I always say to people around me that, you know what, when life happens, give yourself the grace to allow life to happen and to get through it. Go through it, get through it, and come back. And this is my comeback, I'm so excited to be here on Flavour Sessions, Lunga Mk. Hello. Hi. Hello. What it is. Ew. Guys, there is a lot that's going to change on the show. There's going to be different features. There's going to be different people. And I thought I didn't talk before, I think on the next episode, I would baba stuff and the new changes and stuff. But today, I just wanted to create a short episode where I'm just like, just to say, just to say, I'm back. And I'm back with a bang. And you know what? I come back renewed. And sometimes people think coming back renewed is because something great is happening in your life. Like, we need to, and no. None of that. It's just that renewed in my mind, in my spirits, in my soul, in my thinking. And that is the most greatest jackpotting I told like to play renewed and to have such a better connection with my higher power, which is God. And man, I think part of the reasons why I left when I left was because I was so very unsure with the content that I was putting out. I used to criticize myself and demotivate myself, self sabotage myself. And I remember when I started this, I remember the journey I was going through, the place and time I was in was very hectic, guys, because they Natilama spirituality, forms of spirituality, and what? As Africans, I personally, and I'm speaking for myself, I know oh, yeah, yeah, gone through the spectrum. And, and you know what, whoopie whoopies, some things work, whoopie whoopie, some things don't work. But I remember when I started recording, what I just had come out of, and I swore to myself, I would never allow anything to put me back in that, and I would never use anything, any kind of excuse from stopping me from, living out my dreams. And this has been a dream for me from when I was young to I've always loved speaking and writing and such. And sometimes public speaking really depends on it depends on the space and whatnot. And somewhere somehow kili introverted, but I've always loved doing these things, and I've been able to do them when the opportunity arises, when the place is right and the time is right. And you know, when I started recording, I remember I was like, when you start, you know why you're starting, or when you initially the thought is planted, you know why you want to do it. But as soon as you start doing it, you now think, okay, so how am I going to make this work? How am I going to make this get numbers? How am I going to make this, viral, relatable, and all those things? And very trendy, very, even social, so that it gets to the people. And, you dilute some of the things that you want to do. I know I diluted, and my diluted is really, and that's why I'm here again to say, you know what, stick to the initial plan, stick to the initial thought, the initial inspiration, the initial drive, the initial dream. Y'all, the initial dream matters. These past few weeks at church, Umfundisi has been speaking about, has been like giving us teachings, and his teachings have been back to back, like it's like a story. So it's part one, part two, part three, part four. And I remember for like at least 3 sessions we were talking about how Joseph, how Naniga got arrested, and how his gift of being able to lament dreams, his gift that he was given from God, is what saved him and kept him in the pits and wherever he was. And this is from K Zondo Ministries. Guys, I really think it's beautiful as young Christian people to diversify. I want to say it right, our Christian palette, in the sense that don't, if you get an opportunity to get teachings from someone who's going to teach you, grab it with both hands and understand that in that time God is using that person to teach you. Okay? I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah. So basically what he was saying for those part one, part two, part three, is that a dream, like he says that a dream that is jailed is not a dream denied. A dream barred is not denied. Like, your dreams are valid from wherever you are. You may be in a place that is the pits of hell, and you are like, I'm not going to come out of this, but trusting in God, having faith in God and His plan and His assignments in your life, that is going to realize your dream. That is going to make sure that there is a realization of your dream. So for your dream is valid. So what I was saying is that this has always been something that I'm passionate about. Speaking and writing and sort of being a positive influence out there to someone, especially young people, because I believe I'm going to be young forever. So this was just like something that I've always yearned for, such a platform. And when I got it, I couldn't use it well, couldn't keep it. And so now I'm coming back with a bang, and I'm coming back with the initial intention, and without even diluting it, without even feeling like, baze baqala ke bo nge-Christian content. Yes. And I wanted to be that. I wanted to say that, verbatim. Ukuthi, this is that platform where Christian girlies, Christian guys, because we always leave the guys out, and where they can express themselves, express their lived experiences. We can have conversations around that, being young Christians in 2025 and maneuvering around life. And you know what? Sometimes platforms like these, people feel like are limiting, and people feel like, oh, I can't come into a platform like this because I believe in such, or I can't subscribe to such a platform because my belief systems are different, or I've gone through life, or this is where I'm at. This is the whole purpose of this, was for someone who feels lost, for someone who feels outcast, for someone who feels like, damn, my conversation doesn't make sense, or my 2 cents worth, people are not hearing me. This is that platform for where your lived experience makes sense, where we hear you out, we hear each other out, and we help each other out, and we influence each other in a positive way and light and manner, and we impact each other, and we don't just limit it to just speaking about Christianity, but we find ways of how that we can work for all of us in our lives as different individuals. I personally too will use this space as a platform to learn, because I know the first episode when I recorded, and before the one that went out, the one that I kept, I was venting and I was venting and I was venting and I was venting. And that's when I really thought, because you know what, there is a lot of other people out there who are just like me, who are young. Some of us young mid to adults, but we are there, and we want to work for the body of Christ, and we want to work for Christ, and we want to work for God. And more than anything, we want to build a relationship with Him and want to see Him in our lives. Never mind what you have gone through. Never mind what people know you to identify as, or whatever. This is a platform where if it's fine, come as you are. And that was my intention. This was for the guy who is probably doing something that they're not supposed to, or they don't want to, but they're forced to. The guy who's in a situation and they don't know how to get out of. The guy who's like, I've started, but man, I don't even know from above so where to start. Like, okay, I've accepted Christ, but how do I go about it? Alright? This is that platform, and how it impacts us socially, and how we can help each other, and how we can build each other, like, in so many ways. It's not just a platform where I want us to be able to talk about what we're going through in our workplaces, talk about what we're going through with the careers that we want to do, and how emotionally, physically, we're affected, spiritually, how we're affected and stuff. And that's the whole point of this podcast. That's why we have this conversation catalyst of a platform where we share our lived experiences as is, and that, and am I wrong in saying that the foundation of it is my God? Nope. And man, it feels good to say that. And I'm not saying that because I want someone else to be convicted or whatnot, but I'm saying that because it's my first time saying it fully like that on the platform. Like, yo, the reason I started this was because I knew there's someone like that in my life. I saw what they did in my life. I still see what they're doing in my life. With whatever situation I could be going through, I still see them in my life, and God sees me. And this is a place where, you can just say, yeah, man, God sees me, and God can see me, and I can find God in other people. And you know what? That's the whole crux. That's the whole crux of Orange Flavour Sessions. And it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be lighthearted, it's going to be fun, it's going to be beautiful conversations. And when when the need arises, then it becomes a bit odd, it becomes a bit tense, because I think sometimes we go through life and we want to laugh about everything and everything must be smooth and whatnot. But sometimes it's deep, it's bad, and we have to go through that to get through it. So I'm back. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. There's a lot of changes that are going to be happening. I think on this episode, I just wanted to say I'm back, and I'm going to confirm. I know I said this the last time. I'm saying it again. Okay, that I will confirm when we'll be putting up, our episodes weekly. But I know it's going to be weekly. So I want to choose a day, really, that makes sense. And, I want to have features, and I'm just still discussing that with them. So I want a day where it's going to work for everyone. And, I'm just hoping for the best. I just told myself that, I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to, I'm not going to hear voices. I'm not going to listen to people, not a job. Now they chop me not to start. Yes, I don't have a studio. Yes, I don't have, the best and the crop of the crop, the creme de la creme of things, man. I don't. But you know what? What would be an injustice is for me not to use what I already have. And you know what? I know that when I started this was a conversation between me and my dad. So I have to live up to it, because how many things am I going to keep saying to him I'm going to do and then I don't do? And then after that, I blame him for placing me in certain places in life. God, I had said I'll do this, and I'll do things this way. And he was like, okay, job, okay, let me grant you. Let's push that, and then I don't follow through and I don't see it through. So basically, this was just to affirm that Orange Flavour Sessions is back, baby. Love it, yeah. Love that we're doing this, and I'm looking forward to talking to people, speaking to people, and also just having these moments where I'm by myself and I'm sharing my experiences, lived experiences, and how they have helped me grow and how I am still growing. I think sometimes when people start these channels, or especially with the Christian topic, people then assume that and I'm going into this as someone who knows nothing as well, and who wants to learn and who wants to be taught. So I'm going with an open mind, open heart, open everything. Like I'm just an open canvas, and I want God to paint. I want God to be the one who's painting. I want God to be the author, and I want Him to do that for me and for you guys. And I know we had a name, Citrus Gang. Citrus Gang! I was still citrusing, guys. It's sour. But can we Citrus Gang together? Can we do this together? I'm going to have a co-host. I don't want to burst the bubble. I want to have them on first, so let you guys see them, tell me what you think, and yeah, hashtag Citrus Gang. Thank you so much for your patience and your love, your kindness. People, I know people, close people, it's not like I had but the people who are following me, and who were following Orange Flavour, a lot of people reached out and asked, "What's going on, Nikanti?" And I guess thank you so much for that, because um, not one of your thoughts and your reaching out went to waste, because those are things that also stayed in my mind, and yeah, I had to think of. So thank you so much. I love you. See you on the next episode. My name is Lunga Mk at Lunga _MK14 on all social media platforms. Orange Flavour Sessions. You guys know what to do. Citrus Gang. I love you lots. Mwah.